the learning materials, and for the basic part, there's what we call expert knowledge portal for knowledge sharing. So we divide into 4 segments of knowledge management here. Then all the knowledge must go through the what we call it KM taxonomy manager, for easy updating and also easy access. It must be going through the indexing, extracting, content managing, and have to link to the internet. Then there must be integrated search engine to search all this knowledge. Then of course it must be surrounded by organization strategic planning, knowledge culture, KM culture, policy and procedures, and change management to make sure it can be implemented and rolled out. Okay, when we come to the KM tools, this is the study from the various KM tools that are available from the business, from the research, and also from the existing application that we are using. Basically, KM tools and technique divided into 2 main categories, explicit and basic. Where explicit more on the codification approach, we codify, we document the knowledge into a very structured approach. But the basic more on the personalization approach, collaborative environment, discussion, and for the explicit knowledge and codification approach, there's various tools such as DSS, EIS, data warehousing, data mining, expert system, knowledge-based system, e-learning, content management, knowledge repository, organization memory, information system. These are the examples of the explicit knowledge management system or tools that people are developing. For the basic knowledge, we are talking about collaboration tools, IM, emails, portals, search and retrieval tools, yellow pages of experts, community of practice. Still, in a personalization approach, the person itself is very important. The human itself is very important. We cannot absorb everything from the human brains to be transferred or codified into a codification, codified knowledge, because the value of the human and the nature of knowledge itself is dynamic and expanding in seconds. So, for example, if we as expert we give certain knowledge, in a few seconds, this expert will have another knowledge. So it's like non-stop. So you cannot just assume that you can absorb or take certain knowledge from a certain person to become the explicit knowledge, but this person is keep inquiring, getting new knowledge every second. So because of that, the human and the person is always important. It was important, and so because of that, we have to provide what we call personalization approach. Just we want to know who are the experts, and we have to go to the expert and have a discussion through the collaboration tools and so on. Then they have after action review, case study, storytelling, knowledge cafe, knowledge exchange, knowledge marketplace, and a lot of concepts here. But these concepts are still need humans. For example, today, it's a lot of knowledge management articles and journals in the internet. Why are we having this session? Because we can't afford to read. We can't afford to read. Maybe we need one person who do the readings and interpretation. Not everyone have time. Not to say that we don't like to read, right? Because especially those who are in operation, you are stuck with the operation, you don't have time to read. Then you need this type of session for those who have time to read, to do experiments, to do research, to share with us. Okay, going back to the models just now, for the knowledge-based enterprise, there must be one concept in organization, especially in higher learning institution, how you manage your business process. Because the business process is a knowledge by itself. Okay, for example, UKM. How to establish UKM? how to establish another UKM. Just a UKM person, UKM staff, know how to establish another UKM. Yeah? There is a knowledge, yeah, inside your brain, yeah, especially on the process of, for example, staff recruitment, in terms of students, how you student admission, how you receive students, how you process your result, everything, how you manage your operation, is all a knowledge. Yeah? So it can be transformed in terms of business process. So that business process is the intellectual property of UKM. You cannot just simply give to another people because you've gone through experience. Yeah? So those are knowledge. For example, you cannot just go to the KFC, ask them how the process of doing the KFC, yeah, from A to Z. No, cannot. They are trade secrets, yeah, the intellectual property, yeah, so including the process of preparing all those things. Yeah. So maybe we taking for granted what we are doing, yeah, but because of the way we are doing, it actually produce the output. Such a way is very effective. Yeah? So that's because of that we have to make sure that our business process is captured, yeah, as part of the intellectual assets. So this is one of the strategy how to capture the business process is through automation. To automate all the process. Yeah? For example, if your business process is inside the ISO document, most of the time, if I ask you how many percentage of the ISO document that you implement in day-to-day operation, can you give me the figures? Anyone from ISO here? 100%? Maybe 50 to 60%. Then sometimes we don't have time to update our ISO documents. And we think that we have a better practical business process, okay, compared to the ISO document, okay, that you are practicing day to day. So because of that, we have to automate. Yeah, because when you automate things, when you put in a system, there's nobody can exclude that. Nobody can come up with a different process. Yeah? Nobody can come up with their personal process because it's already in your flow, in your systems. Yeah? So this is one of the examples that we in UMP, yeah, we automate most of our process so that we don't depend on the person. If you don't automate your process, if that person is a very